What's going on, my blessed crypto enthusiasts? You're watching Crypto Blessing, where you can find daily content on all of the trending cryptocurrency news, market analysis, and more. Today, we are recapping exactly what is going on in these cryptocurrency markets, with Bitcoin hovering above 6,300, and much of the big push that it had has been retained. Particularly an interview on CNBC's Fast Money with Arthur Hayes. Hayes is the CEO of BitMex, and the interview raises some big questions and is worth dissecting. First and foremost, I'll go into an article I highlighted in yesterday's video, which used an old interview from July 1st of Arthur Hayes saying he would like to see Bitcoin really test its bottom before a big rally. This was when Bitcoin was seemingly at a bottom, hovering at the low 6,000s at that point. This was prior to the bullish indicator that we've seen this past week, so I was naturally skeptical, as it's a common practice of news publications and content creators to reuse old information out of context and apply it to whatever is currently happening, providing a bit of spin and excitement that really lacks any substance. Most notably, I'm reminded of Qhu360 publishing information about EOS, saying they found a huge vulnerability and released this information just days before EOS's mainnet launch. This information was an old issue that had already been addressed by the EOS development team. Dan Larimer quickly addressed that the issue was old and already had been fixed. However, some damage had already been done, and many were left still unawares of Dan's response. Anyways, that's not the case because Arthur Hayes still believes Bitcoin will test its bottom at 5K, appearing once again on CNBC's Fast Money. And my opinion of that is that if we do break the supports and get as low as 5K, I really think Bitcoin will see 3K before it sees 7 again. Hayes talks about the Bitcoin rally this past week due to the Bitcoin shorts that were liquidated on BitMex. See our videos from Wednesday and Thursday of this past week to keep yourself up to date with this big pump and where all that volume came from. Hayes feels that this rally we just saw was a coincidence of events that caused a pump in Bitcoin, which will be retraced in the coming months, bringing Bitcoin down to retest the lows it just saw. We just kissed 5,800 a few weeks ago and was promptly pushed up above 6K, which was the lead up from this past week's move from 6,300 to 7,300 and finding stability between 7,300 and 7,500. That's surprising, honestly, and what Arthur is suggesting in this interview does make a lot of sense. I'm going to show you clips and we're going to go over some major points of the video.
The pump from 6,800 to about 7,250 in that about 15 minutes, we liquidated about 230 million US dollars worth of short positions. But bear in mind that we're a futures market, so for every long, there's a short. So there's not an imbalance of shorts per se, but many people probably entered a position at around the same levels, which is why we probably got a little pop there.
Arthur does not think we've seen the worst for Bitcoin this year and is going against the popular opinion, much of which, in my opinion, is clickbaited momentum and dishonest reporting. But Arthur is saying that he wants Bitcoin to truly find its bottom at 5K and that we could continue this current rally to 10K or around there and then see a retracement to 5K. The market has seen similar instances of what could be currently unfolding, and it's a point brought up multiple times in this interview.
Do you think that we've seen the worst for Bitcoin this year?
I don't actually think we've seen the worst. I think this is a very strong rally on good volume, and we definitely could see 8,000, 9,000, and maybe just shy of 10,000. We've been here before earlier in the spring. We rallied from about 5,800 to in the high 9,000 level, but didn't quite crack 10,000. I think similar action will happen this time, and I would like to see us test 5,000 to really see if we put a bottom in.
I think we'll see more volatility. I mean, that's really what traders want to see, right? And that's what's good for your business. Volatility either up or down.
Absolutely. And given that it's the summer and everyone's in the Hamptons or the French Riviera or in Asia and Bali, I think people are taking a little bit of a chill time. Come back into Q3, Q4 is when I think the party's going to start again.
That's a really interesting point. I'm going to get into that in just a moment. It's kind of meme-worthy, but it does raise a valid point. Him talking about the bourgeois lifestyle of being in Bali or the French Riviera during the summertime. He says that late 2018 is going to be a busy season in crypto, and we will see a similar rally to what we saw last year. Arthur also mentions that this is a futures market, and I have an interesting article from today that says the futures volume is up by 93% according to the CME Group. If what Arthur says is accurate about cryptocurrency being a futures market and all this recent talk of institutional interest, with the ETF application that has been made and is going to be decided come September, and a ton of other products being developed or launched, like Coinbase's custody service and a plethora of others, it could really cause a rally in the Bitcoin futures and other institutional investing related products that are either in development, have already launched, or will be launched very soon. It could cause a really big rally come the end of this year, larger than that of the retail-driven bull run that happened in late 2017. Arthur also says that BitMex recently expanded its market, and its leveraging is a really attractive feature of its platform that really can make or break a lot of traders, and at the very least remains an attractive characteristic for a traded market exchange.
I think his commentary is pretty interesting. You know, when he thinks when you ask the question, has it bottomed? He says, well, no, I think that maybe there's a test of the 5,000. When you look at that Q1 rally after that huge decline, it had a 100% rally, and then it came back in and made a new low, and then in the Q2 rally was 50%. So here we are, really quietly up 25, almost 30% in Bitcoin, and it's a kind of interesting point. If it doesn't hold, it's going to make a new low, and it's probably going back to that 5,000 level, round tripping the whole move from last October.
Dan Nathan then gives a good synopsis of where the markets have been in 2018 compared to where they've been in the past. Nathan talks about Bitcoin's current retracements throughout this year, seeing a 100% rally after the Q1 retracement, followed by a 50% rally, and now this is an approximate 25% rally, and that Bitcoin failing to break something like 10K or even 8K and retracing, then seeing bottom at 5K or lower, as I mentioned, is a realistic probability, and ideally subsequently followed by what Hayes mentions about a late season pump due to whales getting back into trading after summer.
Hey Arthur, it's BK. So you're talking about an awful lot of volume going through your exchanges. U.S. citizens can't trade on your exchange. So what's the character of the person who's trading on BitMex, and are you seeing a change in that?
So we're primarily a North Asian platform, and as I've said many times, the penetration of internet, the penetration of mobile makes it a fertile ground for digital currencies, and you also have a great culture of gaming where I live. So that's why we've seen the majority of our customers come from that region, and in general, if you look at the largest exchanges in the world by trading volume, they all are in North Asia.
In terms of volumes, though, where are we? I mean, relative to the peak volumes that you probably saw back in December, where are we in terms of getting that volume back?
So for BitMex at least, we've actually expanded our share of the market in 2018, and we actually had our best month in March. But definitely for the spot exchanges that don't have any leverage, the peak volumes were in December. And I think we've seen them pick back up slightly. We'll definitely see volumes increase if we continue this rally. But as I said, I think through a third and fourth quarter has generally been a very positive time for Bitcoin because everyone's come back from their summer vacation.
Another point brought up by Hayes and focused on by the panel is this bourgeoisie idea that everyone is on the yacht or in Bali or on vacation, and that the party's really going to get started in late 2017, much like it happened in 2017. He does have a point, however, as that's the large whales making decisions, or the lack of decisions, due to their leisurely lifestyle for this time of year. All we can do is continue to monitor the markets. We'll have to wait and see how the price of Bitcoin does play out. But you can count on us here at Crypto Blessing to be here throughout the entire journey to ideally see this market breach $500 billion before the end of this year. And 2018 could still be a banger. What do you think is going to happen? Are we in a bull trap as Bitcoin saw a 100% gain, a 50% gain, and now we are up about 25%, which follows relative Fibonacci retracement levels? Will we shortly see lower lows? Comment below and let me know. Also, if you've made it this far, please hit that like button. It helps us get in more people's recommended videos and will help grow our audience, and you, the blessed crypto family, will get more like-minded individuals to bounce ideas off of in the comment section. Let's get the comments flowing on every one of our videos and discuss amongst yourselves some of the issues that I bring to the table. Stick around because you won't want to FOMO out when this market does pop off, which at this point is an inevitability. Thank you once again for watching Crypto Blessing, and I'll catch everyone tomorrow.